Real life street stars, man. We back again. Charleston White kind of named this podcast the last time we was here. He called it Real Life Talk or Real Life. We still trying to figure out the name, but we back again. And honestly, we taking a back seat because we got some very important people here that I want to have them introduce themselves before we get into a conversation. Let's go around. Let's start over here on the far left. Let's start on the far left. Okay. We can only see you, so.
Okay. I'm Melissa with Miage's Creole Cooking, Dallas, Texas.
We love it.
Me?
Good guess.
I am Mama Duck from Chicago, the mother of FBG Duck.
Y'all know who I am. Y'all ain't gotta fuck with y'all tonight. We got some ladies on here, so I'm gonna be on my best behavior tonight. My best behavior.
We gonna try.
No, I'm going to. I promise.
I'm Mama Snoop. I'm the mother of Lil Snupe.
Hey, bring it closer. Bring it closer to you, so we can hear you. We want to make sure we hear y'all. All right. Well, thank y'all for coming through. First and foremost, yes, I definitely want to thank you, Mama Duck, for coming all the way from Chicago to come out here to Dallas and mess with us and have this conversation. Charleston, thank you for bringing her through. And, I first and foremost want y'all to real quick touch on what y'all did earlier, just so we can let them know what it is that, y'all went and talked to some children from the middle school, what that conversation was about and kind of what the goal was with that.
I know a lot of the kids that we deal with at the middle school level, the high school level, is in tune with a lot of the rap beefs, is in tune to a lot of what's going on in Chicago. As well as they're in tune with what's going on YouTube, right? So they're familiar with the Say Cheese TVs, they're familiar with the FBG Ducks, they're familiar with his mother. And so I had an opportunity to be a part of a group of men who go inside of a middle school in Fort Worth ISD. And so I wanted to reach out to people who I know that the kids are familiar with, the next best thing to celebrities. And so I reached out to NFL players, I reached out to rappers. I had a connection with Mama Duck. And so I knew once she came to Texas that we had an opportunity for her to speak at a school. And so Meadowbrook Middle School opened up the doors for us to do this this new mentoring program. Is 20 other men that's involved. And so Mama Duck went in today. She talked to 17 of the most challenging kids in the school, and I let her explain to what she encountered. But 17 of the most challenging students is something. So go ahead.
It was uplifting. Like they listened to me. Like I was reaching them. You say they was 17 of the
most challenging. Yeah,
wow.
Some people say bad, but I don't think that there's no such thing as a bad child. So,
well, now no child is bad. Yeah. You label them as that, and they will act in that manner. So,
but you met the young hustler.
Oh man,
they got one coming to school.
They was different from the Chicago kid.
That big one. He shake you down and rob you.
Man, but I put that Chicago on their ass. This is the real Mama Duck. This is it. Like all that internet stuff y'all see on the internet, it's not believable. You might be interested in it, but it ain't believable, baby. Yeah. So I kind of touched on me losing 2 of my kids to the drill culture and the influence and the rap beefs and the picking sides. And, I kind of touched, and I was like really surprised that they knew who Duck was. Like,
gee, they knew who you were.
Yeah, and I videoed it, and they was like, "That's Mama Duck," and they was like, "That is her. Look at the chain. She got it on. That's her." And I was like, "Yeah, I kind of joked around, but them babies ain't challenged. They just don't know how to process hurt and life when it don't go according to how you want it to go. They don't know how to process it. So the only way I see that they know how to process is to act out and seek the wrong type of attention. But when I left that day, I instilled in them babies, regardless what y'all going through, because I asked them how many of them love their mother. So that was one of the topics that we spoke on. And I say, you know, not to get in y'all business, because not knowing if their mom was deceased or not knowing their situation, I spoke on it and I say, well, how many of y'all love y'all mamas? And I was not surprised, but I was glad to see only about 2 of them babies didn't hold their arms up.
Those are the ones you got a question right
so
there.
Those are the ones I was
reach.
trying to reach.
Yeah.
I was trying to see, like, okay, I'm going to throw this out there, and then I'm going to see, and the ones who don't respond in a way that I expect, those are the ones that I'm trying to reach. And damn it, sure as shit stank. When it was over with, we took pictures. I let them babies know, y'all might don't hear enough. But I'm telling y'all, and I don't even know y'all. Y'all are somebody.
Yeah, they stay longer than what we normally stay. We normally go in and do like an hour, and they normally don't miss the bus. But I think some of them missed the bus just instead.
I don't know. I'm glad they was able to listen.
I'm curious, and for Mama Snoop and also Mama Duck, how was it for y'all how's it for y'all to retell y'all stories as far as you know, from either documentary or, you know, doing interviews? How is it? Is it therapeutic, or like how is it to retell the story when, you know, you're reintroducing the story of y'all, you know, y'all children to people? Mama Snoop, you can start with that.
Well, I think over time it gets better. It is therapeutic, but I think like the longer the time passes, you're able to deliver that story in a different manner. You know, I find myself, it just depends on your mood at that moment. Sometimes I may be in that space to where I can't get through that story. So it's not a time frame more so, but just over time, you're still able to deliver it more better. The more you peel, the story becomes more clear. And then when you understand, like with Snoop Death, I understand. So even though I don't like it, I trust God. So I trust the purpose, I trust the process, and I'm not stumbling over that fence, so I'm not confused as to why my son was murdered. I don't like it, but I understand.
Come on, talk about it, man.
Mama Doug, how about for you, to like, even though we just did our interview, and again, you're having to, you know, go on a campaign to keep his name alive, and, you know, they ask you to tell the story again and again, and how's it for you as far as to sometimes going through to relive those moments?
It's very therapeutic for me. Like, if you know me, you know I've always been outspoken, and I see why now. I feel God was building me for this moment. He was putting these trials and tribulations in my life that wasn't weakening me, but I used them to build me, to make me stronger. Like, I've been through so many adversities in my life, fathers being knocked down, and that's life. You know, people don't, you can't try to explain your story to somebody because their situation might be different from yours. But my story is the same every time. You know what I'm saying?
We was out to eat today, and she was explaining, you know, the circumstances surrounding Duck, you know, when he was killed, and just the pain of talking about it, you know, evoked those emotions where she started crying. So I see, yeah, it never goes away. You don't know when it's gonna hit you.
You never know.
Yeah.
It'd be like today, I was at work and it was 2 dates of somebody's bill. And one of the dates was Snoop's birthday, and one of the dates was the day of his funeral.
Wow.
So alone, that right there,
he was there.
had me to just breathe, you know, and just have that moment. So they come periodically throughout your day. So you just never know.
Because when Charleston was telling me he was gone, he was like, well, when can you come, Mama Duck? And I say, okay, well, I can come between the 6. I was finna say the 6 and the 8. Then I say no, I can't come on the 6 because that's my grandbaby's birthday. He just made 365 days, so his mama would have been, you going there? So I say, can we go from the 7th? And I couldn't go around the 12th because that is the 8th year anniversary of my daughter who died in the fire. One of my twins, March 12th, 2014. I lost my 3-year-old in the fire. So her anniversary is coming up, and her twin is still here with me. Like, he brought them together, he could have took them together. And I just thank God for that. We never know. I couldn't imagine that because I used to see her speaking in the future, like how she gonna take care of her sister, because she was the little twin, and the one that's here is the big twin, but she was the tough one. She was the one that did everything first. She walked first. She was potty trained first. She'll grab her big sister and like, come on, we finna go in here. That's how she was. And I used to be like, oh Lord, when they get in 8th grade, when they get in 7th, those were my plans. I never would have imagined that, you know, because on my old page, her last picture we took, which was at 4 in the morning, March 12th. And she say, I say, why you not sleep? And she say, I ain't going to bed till you going to bed. And that was at 4:15 in the morning. That was the last picture that I took with my daughter. And at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, my house got on fire and she perished in the fire. So it's like, I can't explain why I'm sitting here talking to y'all like this. But God's inner wishing.
And how old would she be?
She would be 12. Her sister have grown up. She gonna be in the WNBA, baby. Okay. She done grew up. She been playing ball since she was 3. I wish I could go through some of these videos and show y'all how she be shaking people when hitting buzzer beaters and she only 11. She 120 pounds, 5'2", and she 11.
Yeah, she bigger than me. Shit.
And she a dog on that basketball court. So God blessed me with some beautiful seeds that brought positive light into this world, and that is being remembered for a little of the bad stuff, but a lot of the good stuff that they put in this
well, that's why I wanted to get you out here so we can tell the good. So that's why a lot of my questions was, well, man, tell us something good about Chicago. So that's why I didn't want to hear nothing about no bad. I wanted you to talk from a mother's standpoint, so the mothers can relate. You know, I know a lot of times you get misjudged online because you so blunt, and then you hood.
And I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Right, talk to him.
So you get misjudged, and I think people forget that you still a grieving mother. At the end of the day, you still a grieving
that's
mother.
how I guess I'd rather process my grief like I'm doing it instead of letting this turn me into something negative. Yeah. Especially when you know God gives life and He takes it away.
I've never heard you preach hate, and even when they captured the guys, arrested the guys who accused of killing your son, you even advocated against them getting the death penalty. That's what most people don't know.
Yeah, I felt like I don't believe in capital punishment.
I believe in it. So yeah.
I don't.
I believe in it. Die, nigga.
Who I judge when somebody died? I'm the mother, and shit. This is just my feelings. I birthed you here. If I brought you here, I should take you away. I should have the rights to do what I want to do with you. Mad, right? Yeah. So why would I agree? And it's just my mother because I couldn't imagine being on the other side as the person, child.
Got to go do all them years in prison.
I never see him again. okay? Like, I feel they still win. Nobody's winning. Let's put this out. Neither side is winning. Do I feel sorry for them? Hell no. They're exactly where they need to be. Because when you act like animals, you should be caged up like one. That was some animalistic. That wasn't even the G code shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That was some mob shit that they did.
Yeah.
So I felt the crime fit the punishment, but I know I didn't liberty to whether if they shoot, die, live like that.
And let's just get this clear. The way your son died, he never killed nobody for that kind of retribution to be enacted on him. All this was over words.
No, words. Like words hurt him.
And he was shot how many
that
times?
That bag, 20, over 20 times.
In broad daylight.
And still had life in him. But the Chicago police was more focused on crowd control while the hospital was 3 minutes away. So he bled out on the ground, shot over 20 times, telling them, I'm shot, y'all not gonna help me. And they allowed him to lay there on the ground. And I had to watch this video all over the internet of my son fighting for his life and not getting no type of help.
Charleston, I want you to let them know, as far as, you know, you're a media outlet out here to where, you know, there's pitfalls and benefits of doing this media stuff.
Yeah. Let
these ladies know, as far as and even, you know, as far as the celebrity chef out there who brought the banana pudding, all kind of cookies and everything infused. And I don't know if they come in the edible version or the.
Y'all know this young lady right
Yeah.
here.
She lit. But tell them how to navigate, as far as how you've navigated this media space, as far as going from a normal person to being, you know, where the world is willing to hear your words and, you know, kind of hang on everything you say and do. Tell them how to, like, navigate that.
Shit, I ain't lied to nobody. I ain't cheated nobody. If I was somebody who was telling a bunch of lies, I would have easily been dismissed on the first couple videos. Oh man, that nigga lying. But I ain't lied yet. So, you know, I say a lot of things that's controversial. I say thought-provoking. But yeah, nah, man, I ain't lied shit. I ain't cheated nobody. And then at the end of the day, once you get in the light, right, people start trying to dig up your past. They want to know who your mama is. They go Google your kid's name. And so if I was a foul guy in the dark, then all that will come to the light once I step into the light. And as long as I've been in the light, ain't nothing foul came on me. So my character been good amongst the people that I've lived amongst, man. So that's what's being displayed. Because at the end of the day, it's about good and evil, good and bad. Black or white, it ain't got nothing to do with that. It's good or bad, good or evil. So that's what this shit is about at the end of the day. So I meet good people. So that's who I vibe with. So that's why me and, you know, Mama Duck been vibing as long as we've been vibing. I met a good woman, and then a grieving mother, who's being exploited and taken advantage of. So I think about, if something was to happen to me right now, this could be my mother, right here. The way the industry have treated her, the way black celebrities have treated her, and just the way the hood done treated her. They blame her for her son's lyrics. So it wouldn't be no difference when I caught my murder case and my brother caught his murder case, and the courts would blame my mother for what we do. They didn't do that. White people don't blame your parents for what you do when you commit crimes. They don't go to punish your parents. You go get your time and go have to do it. And then your parents suffer with you, but they don't get blamed for you. So as a culture, we blaming her for what her son rap about. So
what advice would you give as far as responding to, you know, every little person that has something to say, every little person trying to troll? Because, you know, a rumor could turn into something big if you don't touch it.
Yeah.
And also,
I don't think she responds to every comment. But if you on the internet and as a mother or as a father, as a son, if somebody's disrespecting something you love, you'll be a coward not to defend its honor.
Oh, I trolls too.
Yeah. So
okay, they'll get in my shit and get under my comments, and then I hit their name, and they got a bunch of pretty babies all on there, and I get dead up under their shit and be like, it's fucked up that your mother or your father would get under a grievance mother. I tell them like it's fucked up that you would get up under a grievance mother. You got these beautiful babies as if God wouldn't test you. Guess what? They in my inbox. I'm sorry, Mama Duck. You right. I apologize. Yeah, I hit them where it hurt. Y'all doing this shit for the internet.
I don't believe in Dr. King's method. Turn of the cheek. I believe you fight fire with fire. If nigga you ugly, I'm ugly. If you nice, I'm nice. If you sweet, I'm sweet.
I'm more by any means necessary. Malcolm X standing in the window watching protecting his kids and his home. I'm more like.
No, the internet is real ugly.
It's very.
It's real ugly.
How about you as far as you pushing a documentary? You done been to Rick Ross crib, Boosie crib. You got a lot of people, Meek Mill on the documentary and stuff. How is it for you as far as when you do put out the documentary? There's critics. There's things called critics that's going to judge what they see and judge your son's life and what y'all put on screen. How you feeling about it as far as attacking it?
I just choose wisely. Everything don't need a response, so I'm mature enough to know, especially some people that I don't know. Like you weirdos. Like to me, you're just a weirdo. So I'm not going to give that energy because I done came too far as a person to give that much energy. Now, certain things, like I said, some things require you to speak on it, especially because you're protecting your brand overall. And I'm going to protect Snoop's brand till I lose my breath. So
Come on, talk
when I say that,
that,
it's just I'm kind of mature enough to know when to speak, when to respond, when to act, and how to act. Because at the end of the day, I'm still a woman, and then I'm his mom. But I don't feel like I have to prove who I am, because if you cross that line, then we deal with that when it comes. But I don't think nobody gonna go there.
And I'm learning that.
Can I ask a question?
I'm learning
that.
that.
Was that really his father that got out of jail and said, I'm his daddy, and then start trying to rap?
Yeah.
That's really his daddy.
That's really his
I was mad.
Say, man, I'm mad. He just. And let me tell you what's so crazy about it, because I went back to like 94, Denisha, 95. I was real ignorant from like 95 to 99. I probably was real ignorant to the point. So I kind of went there in my mindset. I was like, yeah, I'm finna just gonna smash him. Like, this just.
Yeah.
But just get him out the way.
God spoke to me. Like, I had to go to God hard about this situation because it was emotional. Because, again, I thought if anybody understood what I was dealing with, it would have been the other parent.
Yes.
Right? Common sense, especially by you being gone for 21 years, whatever. And God spoke to me so clear. And he really spoke to me. He said, you got to let it play out. And I was like, no, I can't let it play out because he's talking too much. Like, he's doing too much. And I'm not trying to respond to him on the internet. I want to see you.
Right.
I don't want even off camera. Like, I need to handle you because you already know. But he told me to let it happen. And when I did, the outcome is the outcome. He wasn't successful at all. He needed that the fame that he wanted. He got it.
I think it became shame at some point.
Very much.
Yeah.
He's very shame. Like, I'm not even going to discuss him because that's too much.
That guy. As a father, I needed that clarification because I'm like, man, this can't be real.
And let me tell you something. If Snoop was here, he would have whooped him. Like,
I was like, man, I like, this can't be real. This shit made up, man. They playing on us with this shit. So
right. Yeah. But that's how I feel. I feel punked.
I get it. Yes,
I feel you.
All right, next question. I just had to get that out.
And I really wanted y'all here, and y'all can touch on this. Any of y'all can touch on this. But it's this thing that we got to bring up, man, which is just really gun violence. Amongst the youth. Do y'all feel the gun laws are too loose? I know Texas just kind of opened up where anybody could kind of carry a weapon and defend themselves. From Zimmerman to with Trayvon, it's like it's kind of going back to the Wild Wild West days where you were a cowboy out here and
the gun laws. This ain't got nothing to do with gun laws, homie. This got something to do with home life.
Yes.
Gun law. Just think if New York got tough gun laws, homie. You can't even shoot. You can't even protect your home in New York. So that don't stop criminals from getting guns. Yeah, they have easy access. So it's actually it does justice when we all can pack a gun. But what happens is certain people are toting guns and not knowing gun safety. They don't know gun training. They don't know the value of life. We got kids toting guns who don't value life. When you look at our murder rate, it's not 30-year-olds killing. It's not. We're not burying 80-year-old people. We're burying 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So when you look at that, those are babies with guns. Like, you know, Planet of the Apes, the monkeys got guns now. You know, I hate to say it like that.
It's not funny, but
yeah,
they can't get no clear, because that's how they see us. That's how they looking at us. Like, they just sit back, and I'm just be real about the whole fucking situation. They make it accessible for these babies to get these guns and these switches and all this fucked up ass shit to destroy each other. So I don't, you know, I blame the youth for just want to do better and knowing it's wrong if you do that. But I blame the people that's making it accessible for these babies to do what they doing. And y'all know who y'all is.
Well, let's just say this: guns for
CIA fucking with
for a certain population of people, guns is the new crack for them. So meaning if you buy the gun parts and you assemble the gun, it probably costs you $400 to make this AR-15, but you selling it for $1,600, $1,200. If you put the scope on it, you put the grip on it, you put the switch on it, you can sell it for $2,000 or more. So that's they new crack. That's how that's a very they get rich out there. Yeah, they get rich. They get rich, man.
Yeah.
So we ain't got crack no more. Our drug dealers ain't making money like that. We don't have the license to make guns. So who buying these guns? Our kids. Our kids are becoming familiar with these guns from playing Call of Duty. My son became a gun expert from playing Call of Duty. I thought the nigga would be a school shooter. So I started telling him, you going to the military. So now he gonna get ready to go to the Navy. But he had a fascination with guns from playing Call of Duty, and he know guns. So I'm saying, nigga, so when I started listening to Pooh Shiesty, how this little nigga know all these guns? The bullets, the gun, how he know this shit so young? Playing them goddamn games. So when they get grown enough, they know what that switcher do. So it's some white folks selling it to them. You know, they got 3D guns, 3D manufactured guns. So they got all kind of shit.
Print them hoes.
Yeah, they can print them up.
It took 15 seconds for them to shoot at my son 38 times, and 22 of the bullets hit him.
I think also too, I think that like the OGs in the streets ain't the same OGs.
Yeah.
So they not giving that.
Because they scared of
it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like I'm just going to tuck my tail in and I see it going on. I just know OGs are feeling in the streets too. I feel that way.
They acts are too shameful for the. See, the young niggas been watching the OGs since they was little. So they done saw things in them, but they don't put that. You can't tell them nothing.
Yeah.
Most of them are drug addicts. Most of them are weak for pussy. I'm sorry, weak for a woman. Most of them are tricks. These aren't honorable men no more, where they can tell a kid something I listen to you. Most of them see how you look at their mama when their mamas come around. So they already have a level of disrespect for the OGs. They're not honorable men anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They feeling themselves, but they're feeling the kids, because I feel like a child will listen. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to idolize something. So even if they idolizing you selling drugs, I feel like they will listen. That's an ear for you. That's a door open right there, because we got something in common. You like the way I sell drugs, so here, let me put something in your ear.
This ain't what you want to do.
Right, exactly. So I just think they still feel them.
Because you only seeing the glamour side about it.
Exactly.
You ain't seeing
they're not keeping it real, so they at least give you a choice to make a choice, is what I'm saying. Like, just tell everything that comes with this. If this is what you want to do, this comes with this, also this. And then now you have your choice.
Yeah.
You just kind of just show the
good side.
I mean, what you
tricking them
do,
like, but they don't know about the side about getting robbed, or somebody finna watch you make $10 million only to
or to
kick
your
your
family
dough
or your
in
mother, like just because you
and take it from them. And watch you work.
Like murder. Imagine you go to jail, like your mama having to suffer. That has to be so terrible as well. You know what I'm saying? So when you get life,
nigga, you need to go to jail, nigga. Your mama go sleep better with your ass in jail.
I know where you at. I know you
can say that, but it's so dangerous now. With even in jail is dangerous.
Yeah, you gotta
so do you really want, you know what I'm saying, your child to be in jail?
And I ain't built for jail.
They doing too much in jail.
Yeah, because you can actually go to jail and lose your life.
She
just going for a ticket. Just going. I've seen people come just for a ticket.
Lose your ass.
And they lose their lives. Yeah, it's real.
Last question. I want y'all to. I want to hear from all of y'all real quick. How detrimental do y'all feel is social media to the young generation of today?
It's the devil.
Man, I would have said it wasn't detrimental, but I didn't know it was that ugly.
And it wasn't even invented for that, though. It was invented for us to find our friends 20 or 30 years.
Find your friends.
Right. You know.
To be on social media, man.
I do.
You gotta have self-esteem. You gotta have self-esteem to be on social media. Because it's gonna destroy you. If you wake up pretty, they're gonna tell you ugly. They're gonna tell
self-esteem. That's gonna.
Man, so you better I wouldn't recommend no kid to have a social media platform where everybody have access to comments, to pictures. I used to think that it was made up stories when you hear a 12-year-old kid committed suicide because they was bullied. I said, man, that's bullshit. That's fake news. I understand now. Yeah.
The fact that they keep pushing social media to change the rules every day, like, oh shit, we need to change the comments say we can't put. The fact that every day they're learning something new, like, oh, this didn't happen.
I get blocked for playing my own son music. So shit.
Well, you gotta see Social Dilemma. Well, once you see that shit, Social Dilemma, homie, you see, man,
like,
this shit.
Did that ever happen to you? Like,
Social Dilemma will teach you some things.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, and that's what I'm working on, getting the rights to my son's shit, cause he wasn't married, and I'm quite sure he owned all his matters. So I don't understand why I can't play my son's music without getting blocked.
So what's your thoughts on as far as the young kids out here on social media, as far as I know it has some positives, but as far as where it hurts?
I just think that social media is probably the most dangerous weapon invented.
I can see that.
For so many reasons, just it's toxic. So
it's
if you ain't ready for it, just you got to be ready for that social media, because just think about it, it could just take you all kind of places.
There's so many. Y'all remember the I think it was like 2017 when the man got out the car and shot the old man because his girlfriend, like, you know Joy something? He was like, no, I don't know him. He was an old man. Tell me y'all remember that. And he got out the car and shot the old man walking home from the store. And he pulled up and he said, well, you the reason, she the reason you finna die. And he threw his hands up and he recorded the whole situation. The man was like, what, 80? And he like, you know Joy something? And he's like, no, I don't know. He's like, well, she the reason you finna die. He just shot the man. Remember?
And then he shot himself.
Nah,
he didn't shoot himself.
Yeah, at the end. At the end, yeah, at the end.
On social media?
On social media.
He got everybody scared.
Well, I sent the story. I was actually on that live when the boy shot the girl. What was her name? I was watching the real live.
Oh, yeah.
When
He
made her get on the phone and apologize to the other girl.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, I remember that one.
And he said, you gonna be famous today. You wanna be Facebook famous?
Yeah. He just got sentenced this year, as a matter of fact. Yeah, he just got sentenced.
He need to lose his ass.
All right, well, I want to do, as far as getting out of here, man, I want everybody to, promote their own, their platforms. As far as I know, everybody got something going on. So if we can start with you over here as far as what you got going on, tell them the campaign, and let them know what it is.
Yes, me Ajay's. I'm me, and my daughter is Ajay, and me Ajay's Creole Cooking. We do catering, food catering, private catering, And we have Instagram, Miage's Creole Cooking on Instagram. That's how we can be reached. And we're out of Dallas, Texas, but we do the Dallas, Texas DFW area, which Lancaster, Texas, DeSoto, Cedar Hill, Red Oak, Arlington, Grand Prairie as well. Private catering.
Hi, I'm Mama Duck. You can subscribe to my YouTube, y'all, at Mama Duck, the Clout Chaser Slayer. I'm slaying all clout chasers that's on Chicago D-word and don't know nothing about us, so I'll be setting them straight. Follow me on Instagram at Brick and Duck OG, cause my verified page, they little boosted me.
Yeah, they do be like that too. Yeah, they hit me too.
And my Facebook is Lucine. Everybody think it's my name, but I was in this little clique called Lou Gang. So we all had to change our name to Lucine. I mean, put a Lou in front of our name. So that's where the Lucine come in at. And I'm trying to change it, but I can't. They won't let me change my name. I've been trying to change it, so you can find me on Facebook, Lucine. Snapchat, Boss Lady G,
Hey.
Miss Queen number 44. That's my handle on Snapchat. And
Tell them about the
Mock Movement. I can't
Yes.
forget because it's still in production, so I want y'all to get ready because our table looks just like this.
Yeah.
This round table. It be this big, and we're coming up on our 3rd meeting, and we expecting for more moms of the culture to come sit down with us and talk to us. So I'm looking forward with that. The Mothers of Peace movement.
Yeah, my people keep saying, nigga, you going on all these platforms. Won't even mention your podcast. yeah. So,
Talk to him.
yeah, I be plugging everybody else in. So, yeah, the new game related podcast. That's it.
Game related, not game related.
Yeah, for real.
I'm also going to go and let them know about the up and coming documentary, which I ain't gonna lie, I had a chance to see
I
the
can't wait to
documentary.
see it.
Man, it's so powerful. So tell them as far as that and anything else you got going on.
All right, so I'm Mama Snoop. My Instagram is mandatorily like the other one, just add the underscore. For my new page, I was hacked. With Snoop documentary, like it is a finished product, but see, God just work, and every time I go somewhere, be like, no, I gotta put this in the documentary. So it's really just me being personal with it and adding little stuff to it. So a release date is not official, but this year definitely will release that. I work with different mothers all the time, been kind of just motivating and inspiring mothers. I go this weekend to a youth shelter to speak to some kids. So I'm kind of just trying to get in my motivating speaking lane. I got a book titled Alive that will be dropping soon as well. And mainly just trying to keep Snoop's legacy alive. The Lil Snupe Four Corners is a foundation that I started on his behalf. So it's just basically to help incarcerated parents, single parents who have incarcerated the other parents incarcerated. Yeah. That's what Snoop's situation was. He wanted to definitely tap in and just helping kids that got a dream in music, art, just something like that to try to bring a change, because in my age I didn't have nothing like that was motivating. So I'm just trying to give back and make my pain very useful.
There you go. Now, once again, man, I appreciate y'all coming out and just even touching base with us. Again, Mama Duck, Mama Snoop, for even sharing y'all stories with us, because it takes courage to even come up here and talk on it. Charleston White, you already know what it is, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you young brothers. Professionalism with these sisters, man.
Thank you for having us as well. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate it, man. Y'all go get some goddamn banana pudding.
Banana pudding. Crack pudding.
Yeah, man, listen. I can't talk about it enough, man.
She ate on that banana pudding, though.
I'm telling you, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all coming sit down, man. This is the podcast, man. We are lit. We are out, man, for real.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Stars, nigga. Move it. Hey.